I'm here with Martin and Robbie from Nibiru. Hi lads, how are you doing? Nice to see you here in the Bernard Shaw this morning. Got up nice and early to have a chat with us. And some of you are back off tour with one of your other bands. So how did that particular tour go?
Yeah, it's great. It's tiring.
Tiring.
But good fun, great experience.
And you were on tour together then in April, weren't you, over in the UK, Nibiru? Or?
Yeah,
How did that all go?
we just went over for 5 gigs with 2 of our friends' bands from England. And yeah, it was really good.
What are the crowds like over there compared to here? Is it pretty much the same or is there any difference?
UK was great. Most of the gigs, it was our first time playing over there. Most of the time we'd be playing hardcore gigs, and I suppose the crowds aren't quite as sure what to do while we play as they would be for the other bands. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been really good reaction so far anyway.
And so people are familiar with you from, I suppose, the hardcore scene, but with Nibiru, like you said, you're doing something a little bit different. Can you explain a bit more about what you're doing there?
Just kind of branching into more rock.
Yeah, I mean, hardcore, I suppose, it is my favourite type of music anyway, but it can be a small bit restrictive when you're trying to do something different. You can only use the same chords so many times. I guess it's just more of a combination of the hardcore that we're used to playing and then the kinds of music that we would have grown up listening to as well. Yeah. But people have reacted to it better than we thought they would have anyway. But yeah, so it's really good. Is that maybe because of the kind of classic influences that are coming in there, the bands that people identify with that they might have really got into when they're kind of growing up? They kind of click with that element of it? I'd like to think so anyway. I mean, a lot of people have seen kind of an early 90s kind of influence in there, whether that's in like hardcore, like the likes of Cro-Mags and stuff like that, or also, I mean, we listen to a lot of Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, stuff like that. So a lot of people have seen that in there as well, which is really great. I think the idea was always fairly specific, the type of music that we wanted to play. And then so it was fairly organic, it kind of came together smoothly enough. There was no real debate over exactly what direction we were going to be taking the band. And you have 2 releases, a 7-inch and a tape. Can you tell us a bit about the 2 of those? Yeah, well, Robbie released the tape on a small label that he runs, 46 Records. So that was a limited one. It was
just out of 100.
100 copies. Yeah. Holy Roar had heard the demo and they were interested in pressing that as a vinyl release. Yeah. Demo sold out fairly fast, so they wanted to do a 7-inch of it. So that was great. They
with Worship Records.
Yeah, they split that with a German label called Worship Records to balance out the cost. So that went fairly well, and then we recorded that song, The Reinvention of Man, and they seem interested in releasing that in some format as well. I don't think it'll fit on a 7-inch though. So. So before we go to the track that you played at the Joyful Slog gig, which was Reinvention of Man, you recorded it in the Hive Studios, who've worked with so many great Irish bands, musicians. How was that for you?
Brilliant, yeah. We're pretty good friends with Alan and James, so every time we go to record, we just go to the Hive because we love it. And yeah, works out really well. Most times we've recorded with other bands as well, we tend to go down to the Hive. It's definitely the best environment in which to record anyway. Yeah. I think so. So yeah. What is it about them that just makes it such a great experience for you? They're just the most accommodating guys when it comes to recording. They're always willing to work with you whatever you want to do, like, you know, and they always have ideas as well when it comes to stuff. And it's definitely the most involved recording process, I think, as far as being an Irish band goes. Like being a part of like the recording, then the mixing and the mastering as well. You know, it's always hands-on with those guys. Excellent. So Reinvention of Man is the track that you played at a Joyful Slog, and we'll go to that now. And listen, it was great chatting to you guys. You too. Thanks a million.